Hey everyone, welcome back to Traplans. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Today I wanted to talk about traveling to Europe during the summertime. And when I say summertime, I'm saying from May to September. So it encapsulates some of the late spring and early fall. But during that time, those of you that have come over the years are used to this. But if you're new to traveling to Europe, one thing that you have to get used to are public transportation strikes. In the summertime, many countries within Europe take much of a month off. So August is a big month where many of the employees outside of the hotel and tourism business and the transportation business take their holidays. So they're traveling around the world. July is also a big month. There are several festivals that go on from May through September in many of the European countries. So there's high holiday season too. Those of you that are veterans of coming to Europe are used to, it's a train strike, so now we have to take the bus. Or there's an airport strike, so an airline is on strike, so our flight was canceled or delayed, or the baggage handlers, or passport control, the customs officers are on strike. So we have to figure out a plan B or a plan C. But those of you that are new to traveling in Europe, or you've traveled in the wintertime when there's less likely to be striking going on, it's just a way of life. We live in Portugal. We're expats from the United States. We're used to traveling throughout Europe and dealing with strikes. So one of the main questions is, so how do you combat that? Well, the best way that you can is to do reading. One, make sure you're keeping up with your airline, so checking in to see if there's any information on their website about potential strikes. If you're using public transportation, trains, buses, a subway system within a city, you may want to go to the local newspapers, and I would mark out the places that you're going to be traveling to and look up the newspapers. You can always hit Google Translate, and the vast majority of newspapers in Europe, when you hit the Google Translate, it'll translate to your language, let's say in my case, English, or to your native language where you can read and see if there's upcoming strikes. It is rare that someone or a union organization would call an immediate strike. I almost think in many countries that's illegal. You're not allowed to. So there's at least a 2 to 3 day notice, and it will be in the newspapers most likely going. There's going to be a railway strike in Lisbon, Portugal. There's going to be a general strike in Paris, France, and that means all service lines that are unionized. There's going to be a strike in a lot of stuff. Germany, there may be strikes. So please, that's something that we want to make sure that as you're planning for your European trip and you want it to be a great experience, one of those things is some of the due diligence that you need to do is be aware and read some of the newspapers leading up to where you're going to be traveling, because there could be strikes, there could be some delays, and something I'll say in a positive way, there could be festivals going on that you're not aware of. And then there may be delays on trains and buses and Ubers and taxis, and that just because there may be parts of the city that are shut down for a parade or a festival and you didn't know that. So making sure, the whole point of this video is getting a feel for the local culture by reading newspapers. Sometimes you can go into forums on social media pages to find out what the latest is in the place that you're looking to travel. But most likely, if you go to the major newspapers in the cities that you're going to be visiting, they will give you a heads up. So that way you can help prepare, knowing before you get on the plane or the cruise ship, when you dock or you land, we know that we're going to have this situation, so we have to figure out a plan B or C to navigate around the city or to find different transportation. Or in some cases, you have to live with it and deal with the delays and cancellations. It's one of the biggest concerns when people are looking to come to Europe for travel. Every summer, there are many countries and many parts of the countries that have these issues that are going on with public transportation strikes. It's a way of life. So please make sure that you're up on social media events in those cities and reading the newspapers, and your travel will be a little more efficient and a little less frustrating. Thank you for watching Traplans. As you know, we can book your travel and plan your travel for you. So if you want those services, please go to traplans.com and reach out to us. Thank you and have a great day.